Let's go.
My name is Bruce,
Yes, man.
and I have mobility difficulties. And I feel that the problems facing people with mobility issues is very low priority for local authorities.
Good girl. Good girl.
Generally, the difficulties are getting about safely from just to the local shops or into town. Well, a big problem is the condition of the pavements, including drop curbs and particularly trip hazards on the pavements.
Check the alleyways clear. Come on, people. Move.
Yeah, along this path, which is vital for people to get to the shops and back, there's various trip hazards for people. But for me, there's this camber that draws me into one side of the wall. And that can be really, particularly on the way back, because that can mean I'm moving towards Polly. I might run into her, which we don't want to do.
Good girl. Good boy.
See the tarmac over there? That's something they put in, it's called a fillip. That's something they put in after I complained about the drop curb, which was impossible to get up beforehand. And as you can see, it's a really dangerous angle if you've got cars coming round that side. You're just sort of really in the way of people.
Good girl.
Vehicles parking on the pavement is a really big problem across the town. Again, it's about people restricted parking in areas, but when they put their vehicles up on the pavement, they are restricting access across the pavement for people with mobility scooters. What's underneath them is sand, and they can't take the weight. And then that creates, as you can see, lots of unevenness and trip hazards. They also mean that people with guide dogs are trained to not ever push against their partner, so they will lead their blind partner out into the road. Well, I mean, that's just frightening to just even think about walking into a road with your eyes closed, let alone being blind.
Good girl. Good girl.
There are quite a lot of difficulties with access to buses on public transport and sometimes on trains as well. For anybody in a wheelchair or one of these, that curb is too low to get onto a bus unless it's one of those ones that lowers down for you. Occasionally they can bring down a ramp, but they do not suit all wheelchairs. They only suit really lightweight ones. I couldn't get this onto a bus because it's too big, but most mobility scooters will not go on either. Yeah, well, I mean, everybody needs to go to the toilet sometimes, and in town there are very, very few disabled toilets available, and for me to travel into town from here into town, there are none that I could use. Some of the toilets are open, but many of them tend to be in car parks, which means they tend to have radar keys. And if they're normally in car parks, you normally have that radar key attached to your keys, so you can't get in. I think we really need to raise awareness, and I think we can do that in two ways. First of all, there is a website you can go to at West Sussex County Council to report pavements. And secondly, if you can like and share this post as much as possible, I can demonstrate to local Labour councillors that this is an issue that needs to be raised in the local authorities and have something done about it, hopefully.
If you want to report a damaged pavement or damaged curb, the Love West Sussex website has an app for that. With the app, you can inform West Sussex County Council of other issues, such as overgrown vegetation, footpaths and verges. You can also check the progress of your report and any other work that will be undertaken by the council.